Traveling the world on an endless adventure, we set out on our journey. As a family of 4, we look to explore other cultures, food, music, life, and whatever comes our way. We aspire to find the beauty and humanity of the world while being able to share a little with others. Come follow our journey. We are Jason, Lenka, Alex, and Mia. We are the family on the run. So after a wonderful time in Sri Lanka, we headed off to the Maldives. When you arrive at Malé Airport, you will be immediately greeted with a host of choices to get around the islands. If you opt for the iconic seaplane option, it can be quite expensive, with ticket prices up to 400 one way. But since we were on a budget, we opted for the local commercial flight, which was closer to $70 per ticket. After a quick half-hour flight, we arrived to Mamigili, the main local island of the atoll. After waiting about 10 minutes, we were greeted with a local shuttle boat that whisked us away to Dhigurah for another $15 per person.
Hello. Is it Fidos?
After a 30-minute ride, we had finally arrived. If you actually want to do excursions in this hotel, you can just put your name there, the date you want to do it, and you can do such a cool activities like snorkeling with the whale sharks or just diving, anything you want. Just put it right here. How cute is that? We are in the hotel's restaurant area where we have our breakfasts, and this is such a nice calming space. I mean, I love the colors, and they make the best cappuccinos here. And let's talk about this. This is the difference between local islands and resorts. Swimsuits are actually not allowed in all places. You have a specific area on the beaches where you can actually be in your bikinis, and those areas are called the bikini beach. And on local islands you have to actually respect their culture.
So Lenka's been doing all the talking while we did the tour of the hotel, because I gotta say this, I mean, we've been to some pretty amazing beaches in the world. This is crazy. I mean, the watercolor here is probably the best I've seen anywhere. I mean, it's just so beautiful, it's so clear, the water's so warm. I mean, this is really why the people come to the Maldives. And I would say one thing, when I was doing a little bit of research, one thing that I noticed was that some of the local islands actually have a lot of like cities and towns, but they didn't necessarily have some of the best beaches. But this island, Dhigurah especially, looked like it had an amazing beach for a local island, and it's clearly living up to everything we saw on the internet. This place is unbelievable.
We are in Dhigurah Island, which is about 30-minute flight from Malé Airport, and we really did huge research on which island to stay on. And we picked this one because it has one of the best beaches in Maldives. And in a few seconds you will see why.
found a sharkie.
Shark. What? The shark. He's looking for fish. Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's a black. Good job, me. You found a shark.
Yay!
You found a stingray?
Yeah, right here.
Oh,
Where?
yeah.
There's a stingray right in there. So we've been walking this beach now for about 30 minutes or so. I can easily say this is by far one of the most epic beaches I have ever seen in my life. I mean, this is absolutely endless and it's incredible. And apparently we haven't even gotten to the best part yet, which is right down there.
So the reason why we chose Dhigurah Island is basically right behind me. This beach has been ranked one of the best beaches in the world, and it's constantly ranked as the best beach in the Maldives. This is unbelievable.
I mean, this is exactly one of those beaches that you've always seen on the internet and you see pictures of it and you're always like, oh my gosh, I just dream to go to a beach like that. I've never seen a beach like this. It's actually like 4 beaches in one. This is unbelievable. This is basically almost like a sandbar that almost connects the 2 islands, but instead you just get these beaches with water in all directions and all sides. I knew that coming to the Maldives, we were going to see some crazy beaches and water. I wasn't expecting even this. This is really on a different level. And guys, if you're out there and you're watching and you're even hesitating about coming to the Maldives or questioning Dhigurah, I don't know what you're questioning. This is incredible.
Your mind doesn't grasp how beautiful it is at the moment. I mean, it's just so overwhelming. The beauty of this place is, I mean, you dream of these places all your life and all of a sudden we are here and it doesn't really hit you.
Yeah, I mean, for what's supposed to be a budget island, it may have really the best beach in the entire Maldives.
Yeah, for sure.
So we're packing up our time at the Dhigurah sandbar and we're heading back in towards the island. I gotta say, although we're probably fried to a crisp right now from being out in the sun for so long, that was really epic. Now we're gonna basically try to head back to the island and clean ourselves up a little bit and basically try to find some lunch because we are starving.
We are trying Maldivian breakfast. Well, we have no idea what Maldivian breakfast really is about. We tried the Sri Lankan, so we are thinking it might be a little similar.
We have the traditional Maldivian breakfast coming, guys.
Thank you.
They're all fish.
Yeah.
But fish and onion, fish and pumpkin,
No,
and this one,
it's a little hard fish.
hard fish. Okay, you will see. Thank you.
So cool. Thank you.
Shukriya. Okay, so I'm gonna try the fish first. I wasn't really knowing what to expect. For breakfast with fish and coconut, but this is really crazy good. It's a little bit like tuna salad, right? A little bit like a tuna salad flavor, but better than that. It's really good though.
What a great idea. If you wouldn't ever think that fish and coconut go together just like this, It really does. It's like minced onions, coconut, fish, some spices, and it's delicious.
Okay, I want to try the dark brown one now because I didn't try that one yet. The dark brown one is really good, but the flavor is really strong. Like almost a little bit like anchovies or something. So not exactly the thing I typically eat for breakfast, but I gotta say it's really good. Alex, what did they just bring you?
Hot chocolate.
That's a pretty good cappuccino. I'd say it's probably like on the level of like what you find in like good places in Europe. I did 3, but right?
It really is. It's amazing.
I mean, for being in the middle of the ocean on an island. Alex,
Yeah.
what's the name of this place?
Hermits.
And why do they call it that?
They have hermit crabs.
So in part 1 of our 2-part series on traveling in the Maldives, we are highlighting traveling on a budget through the local island experience. It's important to understand the Maldives has 2 types of islands, local islands and private resort islands. Both offer their own pros and cons, and in this segment we are going to cover the local island experience. First, let's talk about some of the negatives of staying on the local island. Number 1, mosquitoes. There's a lot of them as they don't spray like the resort islands. Number 2, food selection. We were okay with the food but never really wowed with anything, and sometimes portions felt really small. Number 3, no alcohol available. Being a Muslim country, when in local areas you live like locals. Now that we got negatives past us, let's talk about the positives. Number 1, local culture. You actually get to meet and interact with the locals who are living everyday life there, who are very kind and warm people. Number 2, affordability. The cost of staying at the local island is a fraction of the cost of a private resort island. If you like 80% discounts, this may be for you. Number 3, at least with Dhigurah, honestly better beaches and diving than the resort island. In fact, we think Dhigurah may not only have the best beach in the entire world, but it may be the best place in the entire world to see whale sharks. Dhigurah is noted as the only place in the world to see them year-round. I'm not giving away too much, but let's just say in our next video we may make a friend. The local restaurants are cheaper than the ones you would use in a hotel, so when you're on a budget, go and explore and use the local places. Thank you. So there might not be any alcohol on this island, but we can still enjoy pretty fancy drinks.
Holy cow, that's awesome. It's like kind of tart, a little bit like lemonade, but it's nothing like lemonade at all. And it's minty and it's fresh. Ooh, those are good. Yeah, go ahead and try. Tell me if you think it's any good.
Can I taste it?
Is it better than
So
Sprite?
good.
Is it better than Sprite?
Yes.
Really?
Better. 10 times better.
Are you upset that we have this and you have that? Aww. Have some more. Hey guys, what'd you guys just get?
Tom yum yum. Tom yum yum.
It's a huge mussel.
So Jason and I are sharing fried rice and calamari.
This calamari is tangy and spicy. Lots of vegetables, a little bit fried. Woo, that's good stuff.
So the total came to $40, but to be honest, $10 of it were their drinks. So far we didn't spend anything on breakfast because breakfast is included. Then we have a lunch which we just spent like $40, and now we're gonna go buy some snacks for later when we get hungry. So as a tourist, you are not allowed to go to the local stores. So this is the experience we have on this island. We actually have to show him behind the glass what we want to buy. Watch this.
So basically, we just point at things, we tell him the number, and he puts it in a bag.
I'm telling him right now to get us some ice cream, which is pretty funny because he doesn't know which flavor.
This one?
So we are
This
just
one?
yes, perfect. 4. So this is how we communicate, just with hands.
This?
This one.
This one?
4. So the markets are open for tourists, but you just do it a little differently.
Alex and me, what do you guys got?
Ice cream again.
Nice.
Just like Portugal.
Okay. Time to pay and go.
Finish.
Yes, please. And then we
right.
communicate with calculators.
So we spent another $15 and we are done for the day. This is the total you can spend in Maldives when you're on a budget.